The fourth method of concentration of ores is leaching, or it is also called chemical separation. It is done mainly in the case when we don't find that there is any difference or hardly any difference in the physical properties of the gangue and the ore. So we cannot them by using any of their physical properties. They cannot be separated. So the chemical treatment is done. So we try to then separate the ore from the gangue particles by some chemical reactions. Now, two methods have been discussed under this heading. One is Bayes process, in which we do basically the concentration of bauxite ore. Now, in this, what is done is the crushed and powdered bauxite ore is treated with sodium hydroxide solution around 200 to 250 degrees Celsius. Is treated with around 250 to 200 degrees Celsius. Now, this bauxite ore dissolves in this sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, and forms this complex NaAlOH4, which is called sodium aluminate. The actual IUPAC name is sodium tetrahydroxide 3. Now, there are certain other impurities which are present along with this bauxite ore, like they are in the form of silica, titanium oxide, etc. Even silica also combines with sodium hydroxide and forms sodium silicate, but that remains in the dissolved state. Now what happens is this sodium metaluminate or sodium aluminate is treated with carbon dioxide and is changed into the hydrated aluminium oxide. How? Let us see this one. When this sodium aluminate is concentrated by CO2, it forms Al2O3 XH2O plus sodium bicarbonate. This is what is formed. Now, the main purpose of doing this is that the aluminate in solution can easily is separated out in the form of this aluminium oxide XH2O, which is basically existing in the form of aluminium hydroxide, the gelatinous precipitates which we get, which are easily separated out, and then they are heated at around 1200 degrees Celsius. This your Al2O3 XH2O, when heated at around 1200 degrees Celsius, it gives you what? Al2O3, that's called pure alumina plus water, X water. So this is how we concentrate the bauxite ore into pure alumina by the process called Bayes process. There is another method discussed under the leaching subheading, chemical separation method, that's called forest cyanide process. It's also called MacArthur's forest cyanide process, mainly done for silver and gold ores. We know that silver or gold ores, either they exist in the native state or mainly the silver one also exists in the form of a sulfide ore. Now, when this ore, like let's take example of silver. This ore is treated with sodium cyanide solution, usually 0.5% sodium cyanide solution. In presence of oxygen, the silver gets dissolved in the solution in the form of a complex like this one. This is sodium tetracyanido-argentate 1. It gets dissolved in this form, and it also forms along with this the alkali. Now, once it gets dissolved, the impurities remains in the undissolved state, so it is easily separated out. Then it's not a part of this basic leaching, but what we can do is then this complex of silver is treated with more electropositive metals like zinc, which reduces silver and replaces them from the complex, and this is how we get the silver out. And zinc itself forms this complex, which is sodium tetracyanido-zincate 2. So this is how it can be reduced back to the reduced state silver, and we can easily by this normal redox process, which is basically a displacement one, we can take out silver from the complex.